It is time for another adventure. What's up? Welcome to my MCU Multiverse Saga final movies prediction. So we're entering the end of the Multiverse Saga, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to do what I think the final movies of the Multiverse Saga will be. And the next one is going to be Spider-Man Brand New Day. Of course, the return of Tom Holland, Spider-Man, him teaming up with Punisher, maybe them fighting the Hand. That would be pretty cool. Tombstone, with his goons being Scorpion, Boomerang, Tarantula, Shocker, and Tinkerer. That would be pretty cool. And then also, we're gonna see Mark Ruffalo back as Hulk. We're gonna see Jean Grey. Maybe she's the reason Hulk goes back to being savage. That would be a pretty cool reason for Hulk to go back to being savage. Because then when we watch the MCU reboot, the X-Men reboot, we'd be seeing Jean Grey, we'd be like, she's pretty powerful. She's the reason Hulk went back to being savage. Remembering, of course, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yeah. And then, that'll be in July. And then in December of this year, Avengers Doomsday. The return of Robert Downey Jr. to the MCU, this time as Doctor Doom. And I think the opening of the movie will be explaining how Tony Stark becomes Doctor Doom. I think that's going to be the opening of the movie. Yeah. And then, the rest of the movie, we'll be seeing the new Avengers, Sam Wilson's Avengers, the Dark Avengers led by Doctor Doom. Of course, the rivalry between Sam Wilson's Avengers and Thunderbolts leading to them teaming up, and the Fantastic Four arriving on Earth 616, and then them going to the X-Men universe, seeing Magneto and Genosha and the X-Mansion. That would be pretty cool. And Doctor Doom kidnapping all the children. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, seeing the TVA, seeing Loki, maybe Loki come in at the end of the movie, maybe with Tom Holland Spider-Man and Mark Ruffalo Hulk, and we're where have they been the entire movie? And of course, at the beginning of the movie, we can see Loki assembling the multiversal Avengers, and then at the end of the movie, showing up with Tom Holland Spider-Man in the symbiote suit and Mark Ruffalo Hulk. And then also we can see 3 Harbingers of Doom and them all taking off their masks to reveal Wanda from the 838, Clea, and Doctor Strange. And we're where have they been? Because they wouldn't have been in the movie as well. And then that could lead to next year in 2027, probably not July of 2027 or May of 2027. I know those were dates previously for Marvel movies. I think the May one is still there, but I think they're going to take that off. And I think in August of 2027, we could be getting the final, solo movie of the Multiverse Saga, and it could be Doctor Strange Time Runs Out. And it could explain where Clea takes Strange, the incursion after Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, Clea taking Strange to the 838, and then seeing Mordo in the 838 and Wanda in the 838 meet up with Clea and Strange, and Strange thinking that Mordo is the one in charge, but then being no, and then Mordo being oh yeah, I'm not the one in charge. And then maybe Mordo trying to kill Strange, but then Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom coming in and killing Mordo to gain Strange's trust, and then that's how Strange, Clea, and Wanda become the Harbingers of Doom. Of course, Mordo and Wanda would have already been the Harbingers of Doom, but then take Mordo off the board, have Strange take his place, and boom. That's where you get the explanation to the Harbingers of Doom and Avengers Doomsday. And then with Tom Holland Spider-Man and Mark Ruffalo Hulk, maybe after Loki goes to the after Loki assembles the multiversal Avengers, he then learns about the Harbingers of Doom and goes to grab Tom Holland Spider-Man and Mark Ruffalo Hulk, and we see them all going on a little quest to make their way to the 838 to fight Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom alongside Doctor Strange, Wanda, to fight Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom alongside Strange, Wanda, and Clea. And that can be where during the runtime of the movie and the their quest, where Tom Holland Spider-Man gets the symbiote suit, which could explain that part of Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, I think, yeah. And then, like, yeah, Doctor Strange Time Runs Out, like, it could be the best Doctor Strange movie. Better than the first one. I mean, the first one was just an origin story. It's still great. I love it, but it's just an origin story. And then Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, it explains Wanda. It's like heel turn and like shows the multiverse in like on the full scale for the first time. The Illuminati, Clea at the end of the movie, and then yeah, this can be Doctor Strange Time Runs Out, yeah. And then in December of next year, the final movie of the Multiverse Saga, the final movie of the MCU before the reboot, culminating like the end of these past 30 years of Marvel storytelling that began in 1998 with Blade, Avengers Secret Wars. Like Doctor Doom creating Battleworld, of course, at the end of Avengers Doomsday, and that's that crazy cliffhanger, leading into Avengers Secret Wars with Battleworld, and like craziness on like another level. And the portal scene from Endgame, we get that, but the entire multiverse. That's that's not $2 billion. That's $3 billion waiting to happen. Avengers Secret Wars, I think, could be the highest grossing movie of all time. Definitely a superhero movie, but it could be the highest grossing movie ever of all time. Like, it could soar past Avatar, the first Avatar movie from 2009, and become the highest grossing movie of all time. Number one. Which would mean the MCU would really make a name for itself. And then, I mean, when the MCU reboots, of course, they're probably going to lose some fans being like, I'm done with the MCU. But there would be plenty of people that stay on because their trust in Marvel has been, like, they've regained their trust in Marvel after the multiverse, after the Phase 6 with the Fantastic Four first steps, of course, but then Spider-Man Brand New Day, Avengers Doomsday, Doctor Strange Time Runs Out, and Avengers Secret Wars. Yeah, this is what I think the final movies of the Multiverse Saga will be. Yeah, if Marvel wants to go out on if they want to leave the Multiverse Saga, go out on this with a banger, that's how I think they can do it. And all roads seem like they're pointing to Marvel doing this. But yeah, I'm really excited for the end of the Multiverse Saga. It's gonna be crazy, but we're just gonna have to see it through. Yeah. But right now I'll do my closing and say bye. Make sure to like, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Until next time, guys. Bye.